1. Mount up mortality. Your earthly work. One day outside of an apartment place. Your idle start alone has come out well. A normal place where speaking face to face. When nothing is believed, 'tis time to fib. A bully one, outside upon its field. With smallest room, and problems on the way. Discussed with bully to a thing revealed. A door has more than any window's eye. Pray hither peer, a challenge. Does one dare to butter up the present, break hearts drink? There is a man in there at whom I stare. All quelled by seeded things, each by and by. Record that territory well, there. Look. The flies, the lights, the spirits rotten climb. Inside Lord Mammon's place, there is a crook. By theory of the fewest pieces, time. A symbols heap, that figure fashioned there. Up something for the gold, that something's man. 2. A vision coming to us out of air. That cord of curtain, and a good soul left. A vision getting stronger now, and bam. Up to the end, a little full, we date. His temporary presentation, damn. Our eyes of wonder back in months will fight. He's ruining Mammon's chambers, that's for sure. As fountains spring, anew myself is dumb. For questions grey to know, we'll guide some allure. Of notes and lives, and welcoming that ink. So crucial to establish why that man. To make a budget for some fun we think. Is creeping inside there, what is his plan? Our brotherly divide from timeless light. With limber step, us silent, simply crossed. In golden on a murmuring of all. Before our peering eyes at such a cost. That holds this afternoon its horn or piece. Is in our Lord's apartment. He will pay. Forever laws forbid him through and through. That error, it will be his own last day. Which frothy ever, mots now relate. A funeral for his freedom kept at rest. To hunt in final winds, what sores become. His body to the pavement will be pressed. He's given us, we'll mar in red, increase. We'll bring him greatest tears, he will not mend. While pale, the silence, it has come tonight. He'll feel our chorus remedy his end. What is their pleasure's poorer handiwork? Thus next to bully one, the other stood. In sunny danger, day's time not alone. Then bully two himself began to brood. 3. To make all infinite, a stubborn star. Yes, over there. That guy's in Mammon's place. For knowledge volunteered, its harvest moon. That funny guy who has a guilty face. Like sea, so plain, in day too, pretty there. Intruding, creeping, stealthily around. And what the weather's after's coming soon. In Mammon's, our Lord's palace we have found. Emancipating what is now, once far. That man inside, a thief with stealthy pace. His off-world, and by empires of sunlight. He must be made to go without a trace. To a celestial night that's filled with moan. And time we're losing, which we can't afford. From minutes beamed while out of space they mount. The man is up to no good, oh my lord. With dawning of experience, oh look. Lord Mammon, he would be upset to know. Let priestly scholarship have cause to mend. A man's intruding in his place and slow. The world's own dwelling, borrowing from high. We must defend our Mammon's room and board. This all begins outside, out here, with sound. We shall not let him sneak to Mammon's hoard. We'll lull him in this place, a little cry. Then we should make a quick resolve to act. In glow and beat, our hopeful strength he'll find. We'll come up with a plan and make a pact. This our prompting artistry restored. Since what he's doing there, our God knows what. He rests up higher, ever yielding there. As Mammon would, let's go and kick his butt. Capricious, feeling joy to wear him down. 4. The two of us will beat him, that's a fact. With war when up and pride that we are right. He must not be there, and remain intact. For humankind in song of whirl and night. We don't like people messing with our God. Still greater creeps his cheek of badness on. But why that man is there, I think it odd. Throughout the warmth above, embellished wise. The man at home was found to feel a dread. convened within the world whose heart was struck. That Billy Mac to Angel Thrickbot said, "Down on this green where life alone is fit. Oh, Angel hope some problems have been made in observation of these nights and lands. Oh, Angel hope within my breast, please aid what every day improves with love below my troubles. There were kids around this place this strangest highest day in shining scent. The children did it in a quickened race, employed their time to come so close to know. They made those silly notes in their tirade, with pleasure vital from a blackness shut. The kids left notes upon some cars and played, with native thoughts and pleasures glad for it. A joke on me, they said in paper slips. I drift within the neighborhood out here. They wrote that I am evil, gave men tips to closer help their sight, an open door. That I am much some kind of awful man. In day's own freeze, at this home's unmown floor. It was, alas, a silly little plan, which rises under vision's eyes made found, to tell some lies that I am really bad. 5. They moved me while forcing me to stir things up to make some people mad. The noontime sunlight sits, and out I stare. I do not like those childish games they play. These thousand leaves left an impress. They put those notes on car doors yesterday, and airs of pressure striped the window bright. I know the kids were playing with some men, reflecting shine off our apartment's side, by telling jokes about me, Billy M. Aware now of this business in our pad. But why, oh why do other men outside, not sure the time, as if I watched a show, want now to beat up Billy Mac McBride? I noticed how these awful things turned bad. Dear Hope, my wife, how can I stop poor me? Not passively composed by what was done, from being beaten up by each bully, as fresh as morning feels, above his head. Now Angel Thrickbot thus made her reply, upon that greenery and beyond sight, to Billy Mac McBride, her worried guy. I view you every day as I'm unseen. Please listen now to something that I know, to walk whichever way where you are lead. Now hurry Billy M, and quickly go. Bring traffic to our dawn as motors yell to your computer which you think is off a block. The block is now impossible. And press the number 88 so soft, repeating what the universe relates. Please press it very lightly, don't go slow. A proud story in sunny aura awaits. 6. It is important, do not ask me how. Upon that image drawing now its line. I know you think that this is silly stuff, where fully sunlight heats again each home. Please press the number gently, don't be rough, as windows open to the outside all. But do it, you will see what it can do. In arts of circling it back, and back. Those bullies outside think that it is true. Those other hands to blow their old stains here. That you are in a room of someone tough. Lost of a friendship, shipped off, shipped above. With you already they have had enough. They lock the rock, release, still sick of love. As well they've had enough of beer to drink, to do the weight which goes inside their souls. The bully's lord is Mammon, and they think their god's not evil, hunts on every side. That you're a great intruder of his home. Becoming beautiful, your angel found. By pressing softly 88 you'll come. Not stiller than the sun sits out the soul. Not to a harm, though they are on the brink. Upon the blossom, soup and fruit and roll, of coming at you stronger in their stink. While you are dazed, they'll wander back for more, of bursting in to do you much a wrong. Unhappiness might open, drum through the night. Yet, 88's their signal all along. Not happier to contemplate, 'tis true. So Billy Mac did press the 88. To touch the center, coming out of it. And bully 1 to bully 2 did state. 7. To pin the self with idiotic work. That man inside the shelter of our Lord. With him we faced off, happy coming back. That man who can't our trouble now afford. For maddest study notes of hate within. Did you just see what happened over there? What banged our soul's triumphant heart attack? Upon my word, he did it, did he dare? All out of life, or up and down again. That man, he did upon my word. Divinity is up, not ever fit. He made the signal of our Mammon Lord. Such headaches, not yet better, always lurk. I'm shocked to find that guy found out the code. Those truths which we both hate come out of it. We were about to let our force unload. To farther out his world, it's all on strike. It's unbelievable, he did it. How? His human bait would die within that glow. That man on Mammon's keypad, there just now. From daily dervishes, an ending path. Pressed 88 and lightly too, it showed. Of green empires that fill their days with cries. That is the signal, yes, our Mammon's code. So why be logical? The old buzz of a code of Mammon, 88 and light. Relinquishes a readiness below. There must be a mistake, this is not right. The darkness has a mouth for wench and proof. However, I just saw it with my eyes. Yet, talk is triumph ever, and the like. There's something up for us to realize. To bore another sight that's rare to eyes. 8. But why'd he do it? Call off now our fight. The money's out, the silver's lost by us. I swear we could have given him a fright. The art is this, to make a rainy dash. We must not beat him up, hold back, we must. No greater soul has felt a sweeter wash. And, damn, we could have beat him into dust. They filled the minutes up with worldly junk. Now bully 2 to bully 1 outside. Had made no arch into that other zone. Some more did talk of Billy McBride. This gathers to my palm when coming to describe to me again just what he did. Resigns tonight another weighty lie. Let what's to know be visible not hid. So tack the pleasure out, a milky flood. I also can't believe just what I heard. Once more these tests are rough for happiness. Did that intruder really give the word? The shine I seek goes to a grassy place. By signaling the code which was well hid. I hunt your turn with hotter gait, I feel. That was a code of codes to pop the lid. The nights of anarchy bring out my days. The place that man is in is Mammon's home. His contest, victory, he played the bell. How do you know that man in Mammon's room? 1 minute more has blown it round about. Just broke the code by which we have to yield. To pound a win that's had with strife and blood. A code which will, for him, provide a shield. To miss our act to fathom thought and face. From our abuse, which would have been his doom. 9. 1 minute, man, therefore to set this out. How did he happen by that code to come? That way forever pushes new sublime. He really pressed lightly an 88. To horn as heaven's backside flashes clear. Did he, oh no, did he? What do we do? Celestial witnesses of genius fame. A man in our Lord Mammon's place anew. That was the way to sound the truth to turn. He typed an 88 and sealed his fate. Our God of prophets will not save his ass. So let's not stand around outside and prate. The sunshine's pouring, using, making red. We must not be mistaken of this act. Forever rounding, stitching up a hole. But, yes, he did, pressed 88 a fact. Just now bewitched to rap against the sky. They both of them with that were shocked and knew. In dimmest place, in grassy tracks of rays. Then bully 1 complained to bully 2. We're prized throughout the nothingness of night. Indeed he did. The man in Mammon's home. In fortune's fun, and taller, made the call. Did press the code password known just to some. A fiery point, an airball ending dim. Did break that password, something is not right. Of lips that quest again for shines ahead. I don't believe he did it, stop our fight. Of daylight's foe, shall forward be, not back. From taking place, it would have been his doom. Or all he owed of heaven lost of hell. For him to be caught messing in his room. The sun has crossed his arms in paradise. 10. Or Mammon's home, while Mammon was away. To bug our Maker for his own delight. While Mammon was away on this here day. This noisy celebrating worm of sort. The man intruded, lightly typed the code. In first of day with light to meet our eyes. Of 88 yes, we must hit the road. A place that comes out of our certainty. And leave, let's break off quickly as we may. Or thin forever out our boundless rant. We should not stand around, do not delay. Our heaven cookie eats up after scene. As in our Lord's apartment, on his keys. Dumps waves, his bending hands together pulled. By him, he did it on the pad with ease. And topping man's, brings magic in this place. On his own secret panel, there was hit. Still up again to make his feelings clean. The passcode 88 a perfect fit. As sunshine fights the sky with its own fire. The code is broken, let us hurry, please. Within our leafy kingdom's days. This now is not the time around to freeze. We won't condemn old manners with our heat. But get away from here. He saved his butt. By what? Those more persuasive certain ways. We would have struck him down to you know what. They came to spring in godlike power higher. The bullies left, and worried, Billy M. In airy manners made his widest swear. Some more did talk to Angel Hope of them. Now falling open lies my way with you. My God, those bullies outside whom I heard. 11. Lost in some obligations did curse the air. Those bullies, each, who spoke with hated word. These cruelest men who put an end to play. Were pretty mad with me, I don't know why. They played a role that each of them might climb. I did not do a thing nor did I try. To stop these lads whose pleasures most were due. To make them angry, that I can't afford. Thus mercy waits. Why tell a white one now? A heap of threats and insults they both poured. Not everyone's at peace with cruelest minds. Oh my, they sounded very mad, you know. And fired their fire, but wisdom did not come. And I did nothing wrong, but I did go. While banked up to my chair, your heart returned. And with your good advice I pressed the keys. Of numbers, time and manners which are rough. Which somehow made them back away with ease. Some say the will has fled from greater stuff. That must have been a sign for them to go. For sense and justice in the world, not peace. They left so quick, each face they did not show. To let a fancy tale fill up the hour. And they were set to beat me up for sure. New questions in my ear, to beg for please. And I was set to be inside their lure. As wakes my sleep some morning chanticleer. I know that they were bullies with a plan. In daylight, in a trouble waving near. To do that to me, two against one man. One family here loves most in many turns. They seemed as mad as bullies ever were. Earth's many brains have had again too much. 12. They thought I was a crook as they would stir. Not calm, this heart's first act to carry home. But trouble. Thank you, Hope, for it was odd. These bullies had each heart not well for power. Why they believed my place was of their God. Though pleasures wiggle all the day for such. Now Angel Hope to Billy McBride. Let out her heart to cry that it's not right. Began to calm him down, and thus replied. For conquest of it all they gave their hues. Indeed, I know, it's good they left this place. And, made it on their way, be what that may. As if away to something else to chase. Yet never could be ruled by any chief. Now listen, Billy M., and listen well. With life's interpretation, own your loss. Your mom is coming over, can't you tell? She saved those manners for this date tonight. She's coming soon, so wear a better face. On which the kindest smile of all now showers. She'll come to help you clean, so quickly race. Like on the stage of ocean's top, wave on. About the room to stay some more awake. A flood, we fear what else they may have dared. Get going and don't fret about your ache. To us speak soon about your final grief. I know you're tired but you must leave your bed. You have so much established your own way. So be alert, come on and use your head. Which labors in the sun for simple flowers. Or else, you need to act, for goodness sake. There is another way, a strange approach. I realize that some effort it will take. 13. A weariness does pull you from your fight. I know you're hoping you can get some rest. It once was longer, time before was glad. As rest is normally the thing which is the best. When hearts do come together for a light. But here and soon she'll be here, listen now. Dear William, conquering won't make you right. Get up from bed and wait, I'll show you how. Now follow other souls into the night. And hurry up since this is not a test. To live to see more love, and not be mad. I understand that motion is a pest. But fling the wrestler back up again. Come on, do it, it's vital that you move. From dusk to morning time, a beast to gain. Get going, Mom is coming with her love. For more and more to take, the hero fell. And Billy, next, to Angel Hope inside. All for a ring, he wanted her to coach. His breast with some concern again replied. This time's for pleasure, for a gentler view. Oh no, now what the heck is going on? To take my olive, chubby cherubs, wait. What was the deal with those upon the lawn? The world provides the checker flag, the end. What was the heck with those men close outside? Please crack a curtain back upon your mate. And since those kids left notes on cars, and tried a job for victories of highest booms to pull a joke on me, and now they're gone. A pokey company of ancient dooms. And I was here quite helpless and alone. The all forgotten notes reminded still. 14. While people at their cars did find those clues. Like darkest margins, Greeks the Trojans raid. Which let some things untrue to get unloose. Not kisses in some candlelight, but notes. Which said bad things about me, written lies. Those ragged dolls with labor had enough. How will I ever look them in their eyes? These archers pulled it back in palace shade. These neighbors. Those kids wrongly accuse. So much into themselves and jungle stuff. Abusing me with pranks which they did choose. Their cannon from their tower, this reveal. Abusing me with slander, why oh why? So much around myself, anonymous. Oh why did I, a man who's very shy. Like bees within the reeds, in little fits. So give them any reason for that joke. To spark their victory, their only gift. Did I do something ugly, blow a smoke? To cut into the present for my sake? Into their eyes, no, I've been wronged, oh my. My prayer will seek once more to send complaint. I now shall have to next defend the lie. They paid my time to day's own busy fuss. And, oh somehow I'm in a greater pain. I'll lay me down and lift in broken night. I can't go out, the men think I'm insane. And now his angel wept anew a sea. And Billy was in pain, and Angel Hope did call to him from where no city sits. Began to tell him this to help him cope. You ask to feet a fight, your fears to lift. Dear Billy, can you hear me? This is hope. 15. I fill the country's air with something good. Your angel dear who always helps you cope. I sit outside the world, from throngs of heads. And you've been up a long time and you're tired. My eyes upon your face and on your hands. But now this something happened all cross-wired. To chase the hope for endings clear from wrong. As you were up and working like a dope. To say it with those sounds, some souls to lift. Working on your project with a hope. Of all this grass around, for newer mirth. Which seemed to be possessive, this did show. No final hither better wines and breads. By making an attempt, your radio. You fell upon and gathered up for room. Your synthesizer project failed, fell flat. And suddenly, when through, came back despair. The setup did not work, and you failed at a sacrifice for pleasure, wed in pain. The broadcast station, awfully, you know. That everything got done in youthful fit. It took a longer while but it went slow. So poor, you've been forgotten by good hearts. Your synthesizer music, all that rock. With knowledge, merriment as willing light. The music all of which you like to talk. Forever at the top in careless stays. Could not be set up yet, and now alas. Eternal fun that's lost shall bleaken it. You're in a troubled mood, you did not pass. To hold your place with men of nowadays. The broadcast signal now you can't unlock. Your greatest play, its golden minute stopped. 16. It's closed up tightly, solid as bedrock. Its whole annihilation here in black. And now you're in some fit you did not gain. The living faces of diviner space. Success upon the night, and you're in pain. Which you, in gargoyle time, did volunteer. But Billy Mack was mostly feeling dread. Threw out his news upon a careless mound. And this to Angel Hope the poor man said. This reasonable question heaps around. Dear Hope, my angel, is that speaking you? You opened your remarks for other peace. I think that you are trying to get through. With readiness for day that sings and roves. There's something wrong, I'm in a lot of pain. That fallen ridge with rainy anarchy. I thought I felt your message, it was plain. To dream it out, if pain would only cease. But something is not right, what should I do? Belt him for win. I cannot rise from bed. I felt a signal but there's something new. Some magic punch of pain, a jerk within. I felt a sign but now it feels a lure. Not of the right, but of a wrong way blocked. I felt a signal but I'm not so sure. As poor day kisses me into the night. That it was you, when normally I can. Some message new would be not passed up now. Is something going on, some greater plan? With clouds of time these months, the branches change. What happens next, some sort of high order? Will my own farewell voyage block my goals? As, oh my pain has worsened, as it were. 17. Reflections seem to exit the divine. That I feel bad it's hard to make it gone. Why don't I win? I'm captain of my will. A problem since all night I worked upon. For my own celebration coming not. That synthesizer broadcast radio. Perhaps these songs could play, but I am blocked. And now I failed for now, and we all know. No victory is sung in my own heart. But you are fading, yes, it's like you're gone. As rivers of the dawn light with the sun. I feel that I am once again alone. This shiny world makes hold upon its rest. My pain has worsened, Hope can you hear me? Who seems to speak of love which all must have? You're fading, and your love can hardly see. It passed upon that place as light as air. Some time did pass while Billy laid in bed. Armed with no lullaby, not silent yet. And then he heard an awful voice of dread. Anchor me unto this soul, Irene. I hate you Billy Mack, now bend a knee. Upon this human place, forbidden thus. I hate you Billy Mack McBride. You know. I came before the fall, and what you see. That block, that picture of that small tree root. Which seems to speak no love which all must have. You see how small it is. It's at your foot. Not hard to be inspired to fiddle with. That root is yours, it's yours pathetically. In boundless wilderness, you bungled up. That root is yours. Now bigger than that tree. Within this shiny world to flower out. 18. That's mine. Look at your coffee table now. You cannot come out of your prison here. Yes, look. You see right there where it does show. Of my high inner heaven, study it. That very long extension, that is mine. My companion stuff the stars did bless. Now watch your head move with it, oh so fine. I am commander of this kingdom changed. I'm moving you, your head, you don't know how. In plain rhythms, my mind unleashes clouds. I'm moving you, your head, it happens now. Your broken rainbow's empty stretch is gone. And now I'm gonna come to a thrill. It's milk and roses cherry in my heaven. Right now you're stupid, I have blocked your will. Your solitude helps me at sunset come. It's time I do the same to your wife Hope. Your distant season's fallen leaf must crisp. While you are being forced, you cannot cope. The star of my beginning, happy here. While Supermammon does the same to Jill. We are creatures that cannot be seen. And it will be our pleasure, them to drill. Between reality and make-believe. And most of all, they'll like us, and scream, ew. Nobody more than you feels so little. Accept me as your Lord and God right now. Such hustle bustle old the voice did make. While Billy Mack was speechless, Time went by. And something was done here with energy. Then Angel Hope to him made her reply. It is what our own selves have given o'er. Dear Billy, that was Richard fooling you. 19. He made up all of this, it's nothing yet. Dear Billy, listen, what I say is true. Which happens to be unknown now to you. Your brother, Angel Richard Rorty, yes. From shady trees outside did come to you. And his own making fun was a success. It was the sum of his own distant goal. He is not really Mammon, that is true. At times a new beginning is an end. He didn't do those things that we all rue. A matter for the time to hasten facts. He did it as a prank, a silly jest. Consider and absorb my own aside. Your brother Richard, deep within your breast, existed as a spectacle, froze you. He just pretended, though you thought it real. To solve the play, its patient happening. It was a big illusion, no big deal. And he was desperate to be right illusional. You thought him Mammon, but you wrongly guessed. Though slow you are to narrow his own tale. You can't see everything we can, it's best. Behold the new beginning left for change. You know your angel brother very well. He is remembered and respected, yes. And he was hard with you, we all can tell. He's closer to the middle of his pleasure. Though sometimes, weird, he likes to play a trick. With magical complexities put hush on you, but trust me, you are not that sick. So listen to the details for some hope. That did not really happen, you can tell. He takes responsibility, you'll see. 20. So trust us more than ever, you are well. And welcome is the consequence of love. It was his weird illusion, this is true. Behold his warmth for he embraces you. He made you think that Mammon abused you. And by a force of luck with her blunt poke. So hope revealed that it was Richard R. Who tired of being serious convincing him. Who next did speak to Billy, his brother. I'm ever going out for your rewards. I love you Billy McBride so much. The peaceful rain is falling ever still. And as your angel bother, doing such. I weep reflecting at this pretty sight. This was a test on you and you have passed. A longer peacefulness will come to you. And you are good, it's over now at last. The sounds of night are things to be wished for. I know I was a little weird as such. These better sounds of my own wisdom went. To make your head move with a stranger's touch. To hold its form, like times at window panes. To play pretend that I was Mammon too. Throughout administered, I gave you woe. And made you feel that all was bad and new. In rumors so sublime that hurt so much. And made you think I did those awful deeds. Entangled at the bottom of your soul. I wish for you to know your goodness leads. To have an access, there is always more. To awesome things, you're good, and I love you. I roll around this day as does the rain. You're good, and to your angels you are true. 21. Relenting, I played rough, hold still and weep. I never really did what you did feel. You are a spectacle and have much hope. I only was just playing, and you'll heal. There is so much which ought to be made right. I know you hated feeling like I did. Your brother, someone difficult with you. That I was Mammon, I did greatly kid. It was just me inventing perfect truth. Nobody for your angels came to steal. As clouds in windy tenderness through air. Nobody did your angels wrong, it's real. As I am in eternity a flower. That neither I nor them are ever bad. That you would like to hear us always tell. We're angels, and for heaven we are glad. The silence now was a forbidden kind. And then Shem began to speak anew. As they were friends, and ethical his love. To Richard and to Supermammon too. A man reposes in his tensest state. But always Richard Rorty you are good. Your way is loud, the lesson made me proud. You make me feel a very happy mood. You waited to perfect a good for happiness. Your angel test on Billy McBride. As now of all things present which are good. Of which your angel prank on him was tried. To stand without a fear of doing wrong. Was all permitted, doing as you should. Not ever so perfected until now. To put to test be navuva, and brood. Like clouds that hang in gloom around. 22. Upon his thoughts, and test him here and now. Beyond correction to perfection pushed. However, it was hard, it best did show. Inside the flicker of this quiet room. Though it was all a joke on him you made. In awful words that rung out of the now. Pretending you were Mammon, as his shade. To bring a time that ripened knowing him. And, as him, bothered Billy that way how. But kept your honor in a rough place set. You did it, you did good to him below. Your pleasure's heights came with a struggling. You did it, it was ultimate, your aid. A vessel needed you attended well. Came from you telling him it was all made. To break out from an idleness the spell. From heaven, Richard, you are fine with me. You're moving in a taller certain world. And, so I'm glad and satisfied with you. With grace which is the end of health, a joy. A good celestial being and angel man. Within the springtime's weather heavenly. But Supermammon, as you know you can. Become so tiresome, not quiet for too long. Be warned by me, you are in trouble, see. The truth above, my gathering approach. That what you did was wrong, you are guilty. Of looking for a sweet success too late. So Richard Rorty you're good in my book. To mind, not pained by things started. Yet, Supermammon you're not off the hook. Now freshly, reader, see how in this poem. Next, Ora Tiferet art cried. 23. Who could go on forever for the truth? For Billy Mack, and then to him replied. For honesty, for victory of that. Dear Billy, this is Angel Jill, your wife. Realities transcended by my power. The one you married first in our love life. Your own, another splendid being bright. Your Ora Tiferet art true. I am invisible, primeval yes. And I love you, and each and all love you. To new adventures you've begun to come. Your brother loves, in his own afterlife. Which seems to go beyond all of this world. Between you both there never should be strife. To claim itself, but only love divine. He loves you very much in his own way. It's great for you, a person wandering. He understands you more enough today. Within this place where life is all brought out. And he did not do wrong by his own jest. I know, and you as well must know all this. As angels were invincible, his test. To you became an awkward loud alarm. That meant to help you out another day. Of its own doom, a juvenile belief. Which coming will be of a kinder play. Oh ever for this atmospheric breath. And as he did it, none of us were harmed. Severity is stupid, holds a wall. Not one of us are bad, you will feel warmed. Opinionated, no, from back to breast. I realize it was just a little weird. In day atop the west, avenged by him. 24. But God permitted it, and it was cleared. Of heaven's, angry light regrets its part. And still that Supermammon left alarmed. His idle mourning freed him. Wash your hands. You'll understand when later you'll be charmed. Not jealous that the tale utmost expires. The mystery of it you'll one day know. These sunken whisperings a change has caught. You're going back to earth from here right now. The stars strived not that much to be in air. Again Shem began to speak aloud. And with intelligence from stars his face. To Billy Mack addressed his subject proud. With words like weather cleared it as before. Now Billy in the future time, I wish. Our friendship faster break out in a bliss. To have you be proud that you are Jewish. With life and lady, man and child, success. To have you tell whoever that it be. Who's late within the wind which has decayed. Who tries to make you think, to make you see. A critic's creeping son of sense and sound. That they are God, remember tell them this. Insensitivities of melodies. That I, Shem your loving maker is. The clarity that comes to many minds. The one to whom you praise and worship, then. With pleasures for some better thought of aim. If they demand that you convert to them. Out of their private doom which I oppose. By forcing you to change and to accept. just as the sea with patience on the shore. Them as your Lord and Saviour that they kept. 25. Such song, to let you listen for some way. You're in their minds for you to say, Amen. As if you did by praying for its end. Remember this, it's silly stuff of silly men. To have it like as now as I attend. To that, just tell them, sorry, it's too bad. Your wait is like a favor that remains. And that to them it might sound that you're mad. In spite of changing stars, I have opposed. Les Miserables is my Lord and God. There is your song, an old one reaching sound. The book by Victor Hugo. Yes, it's odd to wait it out, some part for this to say. But tell them that and I'll be very glad. To none I'm seen, they'll watch the time expire. By telling them that phrase it is not bad. That if to have it, with delight we'll roar. Now on that book right there you can afford. Since you are worth not going off profound. To write this out, Lord is my Lord and Lord. Such song was said, he listened in his way. And next, while Billy was himself in bed. Wherein his far more joyful beams unite. His aura Tiferet heart said. Be only in my painless father stares. Dear Billy, this is Jill, your angel here. And here like morning's moods the skies convey. Your aura Tiferet heart clear. More than our reasonableness prepares. Your aura Tiferet heart bright. From those environments which slide far off. Just now that line Shem asked you to write. Still shines upon his sunny windy ride. 26. It's good you wrote it down right there, my dear. I think by drifting far your leaves are pressed. I say to have no worries, have no fear. Methinks your own thoughts wish to crave their way. But if they do, try not to let them show. Amongst the final streets in fallen rest. I know you think it strange but you will know. How with a peaceful day you will make your fate. How better days will come to each and all. And I would want them not to work in vain. How we all love the others, great and small. For none would want them dimmer than they are. And you, who do these things so that you grow. Now for the play, this afternoon's debate. I say that you will be better, and oh. From shadowed days, so many you beheld. That line, Lord is my Lord and Lord to brood. Which for its sunny best we all employ. That line, Lord is my Lord and Lord is good. For other hearts and healing, let us fight. And write on Victor Hugo's book Le Miss. For power with its light, and for the all. That line's a sort of message of our biz. I sit and sigh to know we cannot fail. We know what's up, and reasons why you should. Reveal much hope, and I would also share. We understand your worries and your mood. Before this day's own gifts, within its light. We want whoever sees it to explain. Why would there be at best more hearts to yearn? What happened, and its meaning in her brain? The angel knew that she cannot be plain. Then Billy McBride to lovely Jill. 27. Felt better and forgave her in his eyes. Began to speak to her in his own thrill. Can any rise up like the sun entire? Okay, my loving wife, my own heart pleads. In spite of all my goings out profound. To let you have your way, I'll note who reads. Before, as vacant lights in waters shined. That line is meant to learn to figure out. If none could shine out better than sunfire. Just what has happened, something strange no doubt. It shall be seen to wink before it flies. I say it's good to know what stuff one needs. Which like an open trap has kept me bound. Even if it's strange to do such deeds. Which never have been formed by any mind. To keep the mystery, to keep it bright. And from such sayings so cause new debate. To let the reader find a special light. Before my spirit's one within that bright. And know a little every now and then. Where goes this watery wilderness of old? About what makes some women and some men. Whose waves like mine have become overthrown. Attaching this or that which makes them right. Into the world, the air, where winds surround. To have a nourishment and new delight. By which I mean the spirit of the heart. To have good interests followed, not abused. Whose tenderness will become won by art. As if those interests when good could then be used. There is within more fancy to repair. To know to have the hope which they can feel. Where from within, it holds its silent reign. 28. A hope which comes to show them what is real. A rose that's home upon the valleys round. A hope which can be for a greater use. No times despairing weeping at some pain. And being so, will help her not confuse. Yet what's not hurting, heaven, we all care. With what is there, with what we seek, it's best. As from those daily winds the sky seems more. Okay, I'll let them figure out the rest. These pictures were his education's aims. Just then there was a knocking at the door. He saw a wider hope for what it is. And Billy's mom to him her talk did pour. As out of waves the water's own moments. Hi Billy, it's your mom, I've come to clean. My love esteems an honor on this place. I understand you wanted to be seen. Existing parting from a meaningless. To help you get your place in better form. Which, before night does break its darkened hills. I've come to change it back into its norm. For lights to scatter through its peaceful space. It looks a little messy now, I mean. And through the afternoon, and towards the now. I see it is a little bit unclean. I'll fit together, lengthen out its piece. I want to start within the kitchen room. As light reflects descending forwardly. Don't let me bother you as I zoom. While every ray brings you and I new love. As then I'll vacuum, you can do the tub. There is a life which spirits must maintain. I brought some comet soap for you to rub. 29. But I shall hope it won't your soul offend. To get it fresh and make your place a home. Out of a sunshine comes, I trust, the light. I'll make it clean from here to the bedroom. Now for the memory of which I bore. So now I'll start the kitchen as I said. It's like a gentle ruining of a wall. What's wrong, you look like you are halfway dead. As coolnesses, not warmth upon me fall. Are you okay? You look a little pale. Of which with time there are decays of rage. Your eyes are red, they seem to me to trail. Amongst the whole to tell me of some woe. Around the room in trouble, in some dread. Most of the time in light there is your page. Have you been at those books you always read? Against your reading them, those odes of odes. Have you been up all night? We've got to get to world's the beauty here to feel and strive. At cleaning your apartment. Are you set? We're wise to keep on going, housing Grace. And Billy, shocked, from all that happened late. Remained a human in her dusky sight. To his dear mom, he started to relate. In languages of peace to fight his pain. Hi mom, I know we planned to clean and all. As much is boundless, as a flower's space. I'm glad you came, you are a special gal. To fill my day, to see into its deep. And seeing how you've come to help me out. To lead me into fictions of the night. I think it nice, so nice of you, no doubt. It gives this world my own, you're coming here. 30. I understand it's late to have the gall. Imaginations of a child at peace. I know it's sudden, I was going to call. Desiring love this day and after day. To tell you not to come, not yet to clean. There seems much magic, like some newer worlds. I hope you do not think I'm being keen. How can I play as well for pleasant life? I'm glad that you would help me, very glad. These mysteries of humankind have come. And I don't want you to get ever mad. You're open to my heart, I give the world. But I can't clean right now this place, I mean. Let graceful youth have all their life. I cannot work now, here or there between. I'm living in this world and fighting pains. I'm in a lot of pain from late last night. And up and in another night, with night. My sleepiness as well I've had to fight. Its world seems better, and a true world. As sleeping came a little harder then. With life and love, and many myths again. I played my synthesizer music when the lights went out as love's own powers struck. I stayed up late, and now a pain I might. In hindsight from the sun's own light. Have longer if I work with you tonight. I'm welcome to these pleasures of the day. I'm sorry I messed up and stayed up late. On earth and for its own, here went my way. But I can't help you clean, my pain is great. So much love comes greatest to our world. Now Billy's mom began to understand. 31. Like quietness come down on moss and grass. And to her son this speech to Billy planned. Behind these wonders, making time for him. Okay, I see you're in a lot of pain. Whose bitter rain must weather after life. And I wish not to go against the grain. Or brighter stars for power now to live. I think you really should take more good care. From life to death, in darkness of the night. With playing music, of yourself, you have. An older sort of music, better made. You're tired of dealing with your weary drain. With grace of pleasures gone with all life bliss. So tired, I understand, so therefore gain. A knowing how to get, why on this day. Your needed rest, don't worry about me. In some, immortal days have sunned our world. I'm here to clean up better, you will see. And come to heal, but most of all for peace. If you're so hurt, I'll work a little bit. That something's over, open now tonight. And leave you be to take some care of it. It's much for much this day upon your soul. So heal yourself, I shall work quietly. As mystic rain, if nothing pleases more. I want you now to know that you are free. Now sitting out, consider what is heard. Go to your room, and in a little while. The dimming sun will become hid away. The better place shall put you in denial. A loveliness diminishes the moon. When after I am done with all this stuff. With flowing laughter, comfortable play. 32. I'll leave without disturbing you. Get tough. With gifts of happiness, the sun's own birth. It is important, get some rest, and smile. With sadness coming off, the food of time. It's time for me to carry on, and I'll not in your way, make pathways on the stage. And do work here a little like a maid. And recollect those days we had before. I'll clean around this place without your aid. From heights supreme fell down the setting sun. And Billy laid upon his bedroom cot. To figure out his star, its yellow path. Of better feeling right now he was not. It seemed superfluous to be not here. Mom cleaned his place, while Billy was in pain. This noble day for happiness or else. He spoke these words to Jill to show his drain. I'll tell it by the sun, its silent light. Dear angel Jill, I'm glad I'm here in bed. To make it back to open up when time. The place whereat we all of us did wed. Which powers a delight from space to land. While Mom is cleaning up this messy place. Which after no one, seeing what is seen. This is indeed a troubled funny race. To leave it to such people, the surprise. To know what's going on within my head. As well I come for things, my foot is light. To understand to get myself ahead. Not miss a morning's friendly flow again. That brother Richard came in that disguise. By coaching every out to every way. I fear sometimes that Richard is too wise. 33. It's good to figure out his sweet surprise. Pretending to be mammon, what a shock. Not normal things which bring a nourishment. But that's a little better, yet unlock. Like sunlight seeming right for the flat day. The mystery to learn from, if to prize. The timeless wandering and building up. The mystery I wish to realize. Delighting in some confidence to know. Of what will happen in the future time. The unpredictable seems out of place. If both the bullies by some way sublime. Confused a bit, without respect for me. If both those weirdo bullies do come back. I am as innocent a fellow yet. A way defensive is a way I lack. It is a struggle now to flatten time. I'd surely be a victim to their crime. It is so hard to be a brutish man. I'd be in trouble, my alarm does chime. And doing nothing seems so insecure. What must I do, what should your husband learn? When goodness is still possible to have. If they some way get stronger and return. His knowledge was wanted more than all. And then Mom finished it before she left. Much welcome to the gift of her surprise. And as she left she threw with a great heft. With matters of well-being not difficult. A perfect throw of Billy's toy monkey. Much farther out than ever pushed away. Which so did land upon the couch gently. Applying grace and careful with the danger. 34. Now Jill herself to Billy McBride. By paddling through time, pulled off a thought. To comfort him again therefore replied. Up here it is divine and rich with calm. You are a worrywart sometimes, it's true. You question periods subject to time. You fret of future times, as if you knew the quest for good, to solve it by and by. I say to you don't worry about them. And understand my answers are all wise. Of course, those bullies are a few bad men. Who burn across the world and dim with it. But we can deal with them, and so will you. It's golden where we are, declare us best. We understand these things to happen too. We're full of life with natural peace that came. We know just what to do when things go bad. The all that must be done for a new quest. We don't want you to think you're going mad. With darkness you must make your best to cope. You cannot help but fret when you're in pain. Which much humanity as well does suffer through. We understand about those men, it's plain. They seem a painful light to gardens green. Just know that here in your apartment pad. After the crossing of the sun, and still. You're safe, I know you still feel somewhat sad. Upon this land where hope can come alive. You're safe, though you've got limitations now. That bring a difficulty to your heart for all. With all your feelings, hurts and life somehow. Another breath is breathed upon its heap. With all your pain from staying up last night. 35. For bigger decimals, and ruby money. And being unsuccessful in your fight. You test today this crazy suffering. All that which made you for this time feel low. But yet with your piano's magic fugue. That you should feel yet lower, I say no. To slobbing as with whiskey barrels drinks. But she is leaving now, she cleaned your home. Before you soon withdraw to rest today. Please wave a good farewell to your kind mom. And dwarfed by God, the doves did wander off. Approached a storm, a hurricane did hap. Its arrows threatening a watery demise. And then a car door slammed with a hard slap. As suction draws the neighbors out and in. One neighbor in a fret began to call. Surprised much by this something outdoors. Out to her children outside from the hall. Another day within the cosmos springs. Oh my, a storm is coming, I can tell. It's slipping down to here, this misty world. It seems to be something bad, not well. The day went fresh into the graying void. I'm certain that it's coming, hear the rain. Whose drops are scattering themselves from high. Whose falling down is starting now to gain. These parts of our own world addressed. With force, the winds are scary, what the hell. So frequently I've been about it sure. The winds are blowing, chiming like a bell. It keeps upon the floor where bold shades lie. The rain is building up with greater force. Without the blaze of too much thinking had. 36. The air is howling, screaming, getting hoarse. Dominant, it roams our peaceful place. And skies are darker, darker than before. Shadowy like thoughts we have to solve. I've never seen them darker, that's for sure. What comes into this world to show itself? The storm is coming, taking its full course. It's full of power, struggling to form. The storm has come here from some evil source. Which starts one way, but hope had better shine. So kids, come in. Please get yourselves inside. Time's frequency is short, these floods are not. The winds are taking all from what's outside. It's hard to answer, but let's try it out. I'll shut the doors, the weather's getting bad. No perfect weather always once again. I say, my children, please don't make me mad. I'd rather be with fullness of more love. I say to hurry up, don't nurse your pride. A raging storm drums not in silence now. Now hurry up, we're getting forced to ride. With new irradiance from flowing forms. This storm out. Wow, it's really coming down. Its sign above our home is going to sing. Kids get inside. It's coming for our town. And on the margins here of what we know. Then Billy Mack felt worried in his breast, and guarding all the greatness of his soul. And thus to all his angels he addressed. It seems a holiday that's carefree here. The men who live around this place of mine, whose grand inventions out of nature head, the men of whom I think are not so fine. 37. To mend their own mistakes yet, and my pains. A bunch of them are doing something wrong. Under the beauty of the sun and light. I have been worried therefore all along, that in abundance of forgotten folk, that they are Johns, they make that common sign, to let them drink all up in holiday. And they have told themselves to get in line, beyond the ancient beauty of the sun, and see the prostitute a few floors high, concealed here in this sacred misty world, to please their crueler whimsies by and by. Their ring of ruin is on our home and hue. They may believe I'm one to call the cops, with freedoms limited, their days at Bath, because I did, to bring them to their stops, like wave by wave ends simply on the sand, to help the neighborhood, as I did pry, and wandered over shielded earth my way, to help the situation, yet each guy would call unto my face some wishing words, I'm sure would like to beat me if they could. In destiny dunked forward their outside, and that would not be something which is good, to win at last a looseness in their sway. What if they get together with their friends, for life in drift with final thoughts and ill, to help them beat me? So much depends. Each question after question if hope wins. If you can aid my worries, if you would, beyond the watery slushed path of the night, keep me from them, it's better that you should, after this road of rain of falling wet. 38. Keep me from being hurt by their bad crew, for everything is something and I ask, I hope you can help me. What do I do? In space and stimulation, like a child. Sweet angel Hope to Billy then replied, whose smile is sunshine on the mildest hill, as she, an angel, was his better guide. The world works through its thoughts upon this night. Don't worry Billy, it will be okay. Your heart is staged to sweetness of release. You're wondering too much about today, to have our love, to seek becoming light. We all of us love you, we know so much. With sunshine on the idle wilderness, has happened as of late, to worry such. Our wisdom is to rise and stay enough. About this storm now rushing, coming grey, bewitching, claiming plays upon your heart. What also Richard did in his role play, to size up all the kingdom in its midst, pretending to be Mammon, but he's fine. A light comes low to furnish a great sign. He really didn't take it out of line, without a will to please your nightly wait. We all know what we're doing, it's enough. Be patient in this pussywillow world. You worry about bullies and what stuff, with time poured back and taken with a graph, they'll do to you, so listen well to mine. You'll lose no catch, it is an ancient thing. My message, I think you are doing fine. Herein I give the olive branch to break. I say that you are safe as safe can be. 39. So hope enough for bliss and for its shine, but also understand I'm heavenly. Don't let your peace be robbed if bliss is missed. And yes, that bad crew up a few floors high, who think their business right to wander in, on whom you called the cops so that they try to run away from here, not to return, to stop the prostitution ring quickly, and push off from their ice-numb fate away. I know they will not hurt you, you are free. Now onward, know what all our aid points out. They can't hurt you, you're safe, now put out there, because your world is juvenile and whipped. You're Don Quixote book for kids to share. Thus shaking ever since I've had enough. Then Billy put that book for them outside, to fit with time or any thought he lost. And, coming in, to Angel Hope replied, this universe is crawling with its stars. I'm scared of what is going on this time. With words of stars that write for trust above, I'm realizing that so much has been sublime. A few are in or out that hang in air. I don't want to be bothered by those men. Can't anything out here have aid for love? I don't want to feel sorry now, so then, Upon this wished for date, or yet be day, I don't need to be troubled by their crime. This self, oh, finds this weather thus to greet. And I can't simply under some rock climb. My heart is scarred to be a human still. The fact I called the cops is their delight. They'll bottom out farewells in time's dugout. 40. Whoever knows I've called the cops, they might. Against a change sea glow, surrounding fires. Find ways to get me back and do me worse. And waken ugliness for some sad stuff. I hope it's not some awful bloody curse. To worry sober when the day's less rough. A curse on me, like on this very night. When nature's moonshine's going off the boat. Above my head, the curse into the light. To push my buttons making sense not good. My own beliefs for justice for that girl. They hunger for in airs of hand and touch. That girl who's wrapped up in a problem real. A way does stretch across her worried face. The one those men are prostituting much. My own best efforts pulse like a deep sea. I tried to help her, yet those men as such, who feast today on her to know her soul, seem quite unstoppable, and they would hurl much life away from mellowed gentle thought. They'd come at me, it is so much unreal. My cause does weep with tears of my defeat. They'd bother me, I'm now afraid of that, which carries me past all laments to woes. They'll come at me with guns or with a bat, and someone just as beautiful as all. This angel Richard Rorty started next, as day had conquered all of Billy's fuss. To Billy McBride his speech's text. Now come to those, the best of fruits of all life. Dear Billy, look around, yes, over there. It's tossed up there, another glory, look. Yes, over there upon the dry wall where. 41. When everybody had begun their day, you made a painting of your angel wife. Your natural sunshine true who daily shines. Yes, Jill, she is the love, yes, of your life. A peaceful turn for newly hours ruined. Dear Billy, yes, I know you love her care. Like sun that wisely breaks out of the skies. Dear Billy, look a little closer, dare. Grow humbler and treasure what I ask. To see that picture, she's invisible. A miracle to hear and father gleams. You see what's on that picture very well. Sit your back down or kneel if you so want. And of her portrait, look again and try. And face the lamp, and at your best be wise. To understand that it was really I. Like sunlit beams descending still to mark. Your angel brother Richard, of that girl. Your years do recollect of months that passed. I painted beautifully and visible. Like golden sunset which the world sees fall. Her I, Richard painted prettily. I volunteered my time majestically. I took the time to paint it beautifully. That peaceful night that placed you in the dark. Her gorgeous I did that, yes, indeed. So rest your wings, and your own shepherd's eyes. I know you're tired and now there's something freed. That you remember how and when they came. Upon your vision, sparks you're seeing. See. Not blankly all these white and yellow lights. They are here and there, these sparks are getting free. Your soul smiles back its hearty shot again. 42. They are sparking, glittering in your eyes and face. It's like the sun at last has knocked them off. The sparks are flying all around this place. You seem to be wiser with whom you talk. As Billy walked around, the sparks he saw. And he was open with his love and speech. So speaking to his angels showed his awe. I would reward all well if I could so. What are those sparks? Whatever can they mean? I still am dwelling with the truth of them. To figure why they are here, am I so keen? My dream is of the sunlight and its leave. They are flying all about, and where I go. Beyond the gloominess as they are rare. They seem to follow me as if they know that I am going innocently here. Just who I am, it's like some kind of dream. Once in, now out of time zone throng once more. The sparks do move about me it does seem. Not goblin language of some worried mind. The sparks are getting brighter, brighter, yes. I witness therefore what they are doing here. Of what they want or why, I cannot guess. That threshold of all thresholds so to find. My eyes come off the land, it is now late. They seem to me to understand my pain of isolation from the others, late for sure. The sparks are flying like some sort of rain, made in the likeness of a sparky king, as outside storms are pounding on the tress. Upon the places thrown the rains do cry. At this apartment pad, at its address. On streets where waters shout or laugh at fears. 43. The place is wild, and I did not expect a tale beyond a resolution had. The storm which acts to make us all shipwrecked. You bring me to me beauty here, but why? Why does this happen to me? Is it real? Your plan is beautiful where it does dwell. The hurricane has come, the thunder peal, as if in scorn for us below it strikes. Each weather all at once, and when I checked, these wars are all embellished, more have come. In my own brightened room, all brighter decked. The rising light is much compounded well. Throughout my room, it's even stranger yet. A stolen world with myths of commonplace, where sparks around my eyes and room are set. The shiny light rays now seem tamed at once. Now Richard thus to Billy McBride, as if a cloud appeared to hold its bright beginning next by guiding him replied. These are the gestures of a poor crew's dance. I know you well, that you remember them. You need to steal, divide into a trance. You know deep down what they mean, Billy M. The year has come so much with you and light. I know it all about you, everything. The pushing flood this night beyond the stars. And you've seen what all those sparks will bring. As over here you muse your entrance well. Before, you've seen them, now you see again. In visions of our love life finally came. The sparks which know you, your life, your pain. This old surroundings wonder and its shell. This is the time for Billy McBride. 44. Somebody who drops ropes in his escape. To stay well put right here once more inside. With tallies of your heaven taken hope. To have things happen as they did before. In flakes of evening lasting for a while. To not yet open up your outside door. No sun is rolling o'er the bright yardscape. Your memory contains your future life. The blackened heat of night time makes its ticks. Each thing, each angel, every angel wife. With angel bodies forever praying, set. Knows what is going on, and what is more. The rain cloud roaming in the breezes hops. I know you best, you're almost on the floor. And winds do cross the rye of high hilltops. I know you better than you really know. A white day's lights all down in ray and dark. You see, I've been with you and others too. Like limbs of trees extending stretch ahead. And you are good, but tired, so follow them. Down halls invisible of life we have. The sparks are here to lead you, Billy M. Though many souls would tremble, part and flee. Into your bedroom to that cot below. Your own supplies of memories of the quest. That cot which moving in here will now show. A finding of a trip just for a few. So follow them, now rest and you are done. And use your mind to think back to a date. You're done, and we all love you, everyone. As seas dance drunk with colors of their blue. So Billy Mac did follow what he saw. His thin expiring breath flew out unheard. 45. The sparks did guide him as he felt an awe. Of absent souls of men 1,000 more. They took him to his room and to the cot. The spirits he expected him to love. And laying down a vision was bego. As winds did hold the chills of yesterday. A spiral galaxy emerged, then rest. His fragile world was lost again it seemed. As Billy fell asleep when down was pressed. Like mountains known through all eternity.